Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 13th of May, 2021. I hope you're all COVID free. I hope you're healthy. I hope your family and your household is COVID free and healthy, and that all your needs are being met on this day. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, taking care of those that are sick, those that can't help themselves, those that need help, those that are older and younger, risking their own lives to try to save the lives of others. Also, blessings upon those that pick up garbage for us, that make our places clean. Also, blessings upon those that make deliveries, unsung heroes, low paid unsung heroes that deliver goods and services for us that we sometimes take for granted. Double blessings on those that are working to free the slaves that are in human trafficking. The men, women, boys, girls, even babies that are being trafficked, sold, and bought. Yes, in this earth to make billions of dollars used in smut movies. Curses upon those that support the industry. Blessings upon those that are helping to deliver such ones. Finally, blessings on those working on behalf of the homeless. 500,000 men, women, boys, girls, families, veterans sleeping in streets, in boxes, on subway grates, in cars, in tents, on sidewalks, that don't have a roof over their head in the United States alone, and millions upon millions worldwide. Blessing on those trying to help each one in this situation, and double blessings on the ones themselves, for theirs is the kingdom. Well, brethren, usually I would do a video after a game, but I felt compelled to do one today because our Knicks have clinched the playoff spot. And as you know, as you've been following this channel, we have been saying all year that the Knicks would get the 6th seed. And here we are in the 6th seed. Now, I still hold out hope that they will get the 4th or the 5th seed. I've always felt, and I've been saying this for a little while, I feel like we have destiny with Atlanta. I just feel like we got to play them. Now, we hold the series lead, the season series lead on Atlanta. We have beaten them 3 times. Miami holds the season series lead on us having beaten us 3 times, which is why it shows us in the 6th seed. But Miami lost. No, I'm sorry. Boston lost last night to Cleveland. That was surprising. And that caused us to be able to clinch the 6th seed. So now, the next 3 games, I was hoping Atlanta would lose to Washington last night. I have become a Russell Westbrook fan for this past week, hoping they could beat Atlanta, and they lost to him twice. 2 close games, but they lost to him twice. They're really missing Bradley Beal for Washington. When they get him back, they're going to be tough. I hate to be facing them in the play-in. But anyway, Atlanta has got the easiest route. I think they beat Washington. I think they have, in fact, let's take a look. I think they play somebody like Houston. You know, they got an easy route. They have the easiest route to the playoffs. So they're probably going to win. They're probably going to go 3-0 over their last 3. We're now 2-0 because they already have clinched, have beaten Washington. So they just got 2 more games. They're going to probably go, 2-0 during those games. Let me see. They play, Atlanta plays, do they play tonight? Yes, they have a back-to-back tonight. They play tonight against the Magic. Yeah, I hope the Magic will win, but, realistically, I don't think so. So that's that. And then they're going to play, I think they play Sunday. If Sunday's the last game of the regular season, they play the Rockets. So they got the Magic and the Rockets. So they're going to win both of their games. So they're going to end up 41-31. Okay? Which means this. For us to clinch the 4th seed, we need to win all 3 games. Because if we win all 3 games, okay, we're tied with them, but we have the tiebreaker. We become the home court in the 4th seed. Okay? Now, the next one, of course, we know about is Miami. Now, Miami is now in the 5th seed, technically. But let me look at Miami. Miami plays the Pistons tonight. That's a win. All right? That's going to be a win. So they'll be 39-31. They'll play the Pistons tonight. Then, do they have a back-to-back? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Miami's schedule. Miami, nope, it's not a back-to-back. They play Saturday against the Bucks. They play the Bucks Saturday. I'm expecting the Bucks to beat them. So now you're talking about they'll be 39-32. The last game of the season for the Miami Heat is a Sunday game against, well, they play the Bucks twice. Do they play the Bucks twice? It looks like they have. Yes, Miami have back-to-back games against the Bucks. Okay, Miami Heat has back-to-back games. No, that's not true. That's not. I'm sorry. That's not true. They play the Bucks Saturday, and I'm trying to see who they play for their last game of the season. They play Detroit, so they'll beat Detroit. So they play the Bucks and Detroit. More than likely, they'll end the season 39-32. Okay, so this is how it works. The Knicks need to win 2 games to finish with the 5th seed. They need to win 2 out of these last 3. If they win all 3, they finish with the 4th seed. Okay, let's go back again. So if the Knicks win all 3 games, they will end up being 41-32. I can't believe we're talking about the Knicks like that. But yeah, 41-32. They would have the same record. 41-31. They would have the same record as Atlanta. Having the tiebreaker over Atlanta, we would become the 4th seed and have home court advantage in the first round against Atlanta. If the Knicks win 2 games, so they'll end up being 40-32. They will probably end up in the 5th seed and still play Atlanta, but Atlanta will have home court advantage, which is fine with us because Atlanta is almost like a second home court to us. It's one of them places like Miami that's like a second home court for the Knicks. So many Knicks fans in Atlanta. But it'll be that series would be fine, right? If the Knicks only win 1 out of these last 3, and that's possible, we're going to talk about the lineups in a second. That's definitely possible. If they win 1 out of these last 3, they will be the 6th seed. They'll end up being 39-43. I'm sorry, 39-33. 39-33. They will be the 6th seed. And they will probably face, the way it looks right now, we're probably going to we're looking like the Bucks in the first round. We're looking like the Bucks in the first round. Now, look, I'd rather play Atlanta in the first round than the Bucks. And I'd rather play both of them than Miami. Okay, right? Because we lost 3 in a row to Miami this year. But I want to tell you right up, a couple things. We're not scared of anybody. No, the Knicks are not scared of anybody. On a 7-game series, with everybody being healthy, we could play with anybody. That defense could play with anybody. So, yeah, this is going to be, but the problem we're going to have is, and this is why I want to dampen expectations. This is Julius Randle's first playoffs. This is RJ Barrett's first playoffs. In fact, this is going to be a lot of Knicks' first playoffs. The vets there, though, the Nerlens Noels, the Derrick Roses, the Taj Gibsons, they have been, in playoff battles before. They have battle tested in playoffs. No problem. And we're going to need that. Reggie Bullocks, we're going to need that this playoff because this is a different animal. Okay. The playoffs are more physical, even in this, touchy ticky-tack age in which we live, 3-point shooting age in which we live. It's much more physical down low in the playoffs. Much more physical, which works to our advantage as long as Julius is not complaining with the rest. They ain't going to be calling mess like that. Okay, it's going to be a lot tougher. Low scoring, generally. Okay, which favors us as well. But they are definitely going to be doubling Julius Randle. They're going to get the ball out of his hands. Or they're going to try to get length on him. Okay, because if anything, I'm not saying he has a problem with length. He doesn't. But if you're going to have a chance to stop him one-on-one, it's with length. Somebody with athleticism and length. Like if Nerlens Noel was on the ball, you want Nerlens Noel guarding him because of that length. You can get up on him on the 3 and probably stay with him, down low. That's probably what you're going to see. So you will see the Bucks attack Julius with length if they played them. So any team, Atlanta, and if they don't have the length and athleticism to do that, they'll double him. Okay, and he has to know, obviously, get that ball out of your hand fast, and let's move the basketball. Okay, we're going to take what the defense gives us. So we're not scared of Milwaukee. We're not scared of Atlanta, and we're not scared of Miami in the 7-game series. But I want to say this to y'all. We were not supposed to be here. This is the first year of our rebuild. We were not supposed to be here. Okay? We were not. At the best, people, even myself, I thought 31, 35 wins. We talking play-in, maybe 8th seed. But the Knicks are now the 6th seed, top 6 teams in the East, and they could very well be the 4th or the 5th seed by the time this weekend is over. Okay, they could very well do that. So, don't let the media trip on you, telling you if they lose in the first round is some great disappointment. Making the playoffs and being the 6th seed, and don't let them be the 4th and get the home court advantage. That is huge right there. Our rebuild would have jumped multiple steps already. Okay, and we'll be next year pushing for ECF, man. You know what that means, ECF, right? With this rebuild, if we make the right moves in the summer, but that's another video, that's another thing. But I'm saying the Knicks will be in excellent position. So right now, no matter what happens, I want y'all to know the season is a success. The season is a smashing success, y'all. We really have. The Knicks have done tremendous. Tom Thibodeau may not be voted coach of the year because Quinn Snyder has done Nate McMillan, Quinn Snyder, and then of course, I forgot the dude's name in Phoenix. They have all done fantastic jobs. Their teams have done tremendous, but look, Utah was expected to be good. They always are. But I understand Quinn Snyder's been passed over a lot in the past, and there is politics, so he might get it. Monty Williams, look, Phoenix came from the bottom to the top, man. They top 2 in the West right now. So I would say Monty Williams might be there. Of course, Doc Rivers done a tremendous job in Philly, but then they were expected to do that also. And Nate McMillan, I mean, what you gonna say? They were out the playoffs when he took over. They were talking about trying to battle for the play-in when he took over. And now they're the 4th or the 5th seed at the worst. Okay? So, so Nate and Tom, but Tom Thibodeau, man, he may not be the NBA coach of the year for them, but he's the NBA coach of the year for Knicks Nation, right? And he's the NBA coach of the year for Knicks Nation. No doubt. No doubt. Julius Randle's going to be all NBA for us. He's already all-star. He is definitely the most improved player. Definitely. Derrick Rose has got to be considered for the 6th man of the year. Got to be. Got to be. Okay? All right? So let's talk about what we're dealing with now. So we play the San Antonio Spurs tonight. The Spurs are basically locked into the 10th spot right now. They're pretty much, I'm looking at the Western Conference. They are 3 games behind Memphis. So a Memphis win of any sort, and Spurs are definitely locked in. They're 2 full games ahead of Sacramento, so technically they can lose. They lose 2 games, 3 games here, and Sacramento wins 3. Sacramento can overtake them. So they're playing to maintain basically the 10th spot, and they're going to be playing. They just played Brooklyn last night, got spanked by Brooklyn last night, and so they're going to be out for blood today. Now, of course, our problem is no D Rose, no IQ, no Alec Burks. Okay? No D Rose, no IQ, no Alec Burks tonight. And no Reggie Bullock. No Reggie Bullock, no D Rose, no IQ, no Alec Burks. Now, they're all listed as questionable, which means they could play. But I don't know. I don't know if the Knicks are going to do that. I think the Knicks might decide, go with what we got on the bench and see if we can eke out a win and rest these guys for the playoffs. And I can understand that. That makes a lot of sense. Well, what does that leave us with, though? What kind of roster are we left with in that scenario? I really wouldn't have too much of a problem going to war with what we got, except, you see, as you all know in Knicks Nation, the problem is Elfrid Payton. That's the problem. Because generally what we got going is, what's been happening is, we have to withstand Elfrid Payton long enough to get Derrick Rose in the game. Derrick Rose played over 30 minutes last game and Elfrid Payton played 14. Because we have to withstand the weakness of Elfrid Payton until we can get D Rose in the game. That's the problem. We don't have D Rose to cover up for the weakness of Elfrid Payton right now. So what they're going to do? Looks like Nerlens is healthy to play. Julius is going to play. RJ is going to play. No Bullock and no Derrick Rose. No Quickly, no Burks. So now what? I have a feeling, well, we're going to have to see. I mean, according to what Thibodeau does, the pecking order is going to be Frank, Obi, and Kevin. You're going to get Frank, Obi, and Kevin. Now, the problem is, really, we need guards, right? So you might need to have Harper or a Pinson. You might need to have some of them. And the only thing, I have no problem with Harper. I like Harper. I like Pinson. But you can't... The problem I have is expecting them to play heavy minutes suddenly when they've never played this whole season. Now, Harper played in the G League. I'm not sure if Pinson has, but Harper has played in the G League. And he's gotten some reps there. I don't know what he's going to do with that. But if we go according to what Tom has done this year, and that's why I read those tea leaves. I just go by what he's already done and what he's shown us. Okay? Not by what we want, what we think. What has he done? In these scenarios, he tightens the rotation. Y'all know that, right? He don't expand the rotation. He tightens it. So what does that mean? That means you're going to get heavy minutes from Elfrid Payton and Frank Ntilikina in the backcourt, unless somebody's in foul trouble. You're going to get heavy minutes from them in the backcourt. That means Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin are going to be your front court guys. You're going to see Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin coming in. You're going to see Kevin Knox playing a lot of three today. RJ is going to play 40 minutes. So is Julius. So is Nerlens. And if Nerlens gets in foul trouble, then you'll see, well, I forgot about Taj. Taj is here. Whew, thank God. Taj is here. So Taj is playing. Right. So we got Taj still backing up Nerlens. That's good. We got Obi backing up Julius. That doesn't change. You're going to have Kevin Knox probably backing up RJ. So Kevin's going to get some time today. I hope he's got to be ready. But in the backcourt, you're going to see a lot of Frank. You're going to see a lot of Elfrid today. You're going to see a lot of Frank and Elfrid. All you're looking for the Argentine dude, I'd be surprised if he gets any PT at all because Tom don't know him. You know how Thibodeau is now. Y'all don't start tripping. We need the Argentine guy. But I would be surprised if he played. Tom don't know him. The Knicks management knows him, but that don't mean nothing to Tom. You know what I'm saying? So I would see Pinson or Harper before I see that cat from that Argentine cat. I would see Pinson or Harper first. You might see Jared Harper or Theo Pinson first before you see that cat. Okay? Personally, I like to see Harper. He's dynamic. He's a dynamic little guard. Now, defensively, we might have a little issue, but he's a dynamic little guard. I think this would be a situation where Harper would flourish if he played Harper. But I don't know if he's going to do it. I'm telling you, he's going to tighten the rotation. You're going to see Frank and Elfrid play heavy minutes today. Okay? Who's the starting five? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to start Frank. I don't know. I could see him starting Frank in place of Reggie. I could see him doing that. That would make sense, right? So this is going to be hard, man. This is not going to be easy. Okay, so it is what it is. So we could lose this game because the Spurs are coming to play. This is the second night of a back-to-back to them, and that's the only advantage we got. They were in Brooklyn last night, and this is the second night of a back-to-back. They're still in New York. That's the only advantage we got. They're coming to the Garden, but they're coming to play because they're playing for something. The Knicks are a little bit high right now because we just clinched the playoff spot. So, anyway, I'm depending on Thibodeau to put the whip on whoever he's going to play. I know he's going to play a short rotation. Fine. I hope everybody comes to play. Kevin especially, Frank especially. Frank's been playing good. But Kevin especially, Kevin Knox has to come to play tonight. He's going to get his opportunity. Okay, he has to come to play tonight. Yes, he has to come to play. Elfrid, we're going to need him to show up today. We're going to need Elfrid today. And that's hard. We're going to need Elfrid today. Okay? So here we go. So the Knicks playing tonight against San Antonio. If we win this game, that would be good. If we could win this game against San Antonio, Lord, that would help us a lot because that would bring us to 39 wins. Okay, and that would be very good because there's a high probability we might get some of these guys back for the Hornets. They got to get some reps, right? We might get some of these back for the Hornets and who we got? The Hornets and the Celtics. We might get them back. We got a back-to-back this weekend. Hornets, Celtics. Saturday, Sunday. Hornets, Celtics. We got back-to-back. So all at MSG though. So shoot, man. Anyway, yeah, and the Hornets also. They battling still. They 33 and 36. You know, it's going to be hard. But tonight is the main night. We just got to get this win tonight. If we can do this, we'll be 39 wins. And then we'll be on the precipice of 40. We got to get this 40 spot. Let's just get this win tonight. It'll set us up very well going into the weekend. That's all I'm saying. So look for Frank. Look for Kevin. Okay, you're going to tighten the rotation. You're going to get Frank, Kevin minutes. You're going to get Taj. Frank, Kevin, and Taj. You got Julius, Nerlens, and RJ. They're playing. Frank, Kevin, and Taj. You're going to get a lot of Elfrid Payton tonight. You're going to get a lot of Elfrid Payton. Hopefully, Frank's shot is on. If Frank's shot is on, that's less Elfrid Payton we need to see. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to see RJ and Frank. They play well together, RJ and Frank. I'd like to see RJ and Frank with Kevin. If Kevin's got his head out of his butt and he's ready to play tonight, he might get heavy minutes and you'll see RJ, Frank, and Kevin, which is nice. We've been wanting to see that. So let's see what happens. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Knicks Nation. Stay safe out there. We're going to be on my boy Jay Ellis and me hooking up Nick of Time after the game tonight. So stay safe out there. Enjoy the game. Shalom.